Hey, how y'all doing tonight? I think I am live and actually only 4 minutes late. Well, 2 hours and 4 minutes late, according to apparently I had put down 7 p.m. when I set the live up earlier. I guess I was thinking about the random reviews live, and I was going to make it at 7 o'clock, and I guess a senior moment, perhaps. I don't know. How is everybody doing? I don't really know who's here because I don't know who was here earlier and who is here now. I see Mary is here, T Ron, and Dash and Grandpa is here. I was looking at the chat from when apparently it went live without me earlier. Anyway, I'm not sure who else is here, but howdy. Um, I don't know. I had something to say, but now I don't remember what it was I had to say. But oh, your audience is waiting. Yeah. One thing that I did. How you doing, Lacey? You did the wrong time. Yes, yes. Ray ended up texting me and telling me that, and I went to look and I said, "Oh yeah," and then I flipped over onto YouTube and I saw where y'all was on there and I commented, but I don't know if it went through or not. I don't know. I didn't know it would actually let you go on there and unless I went live, but obviously it does. So I don't know. Man, my chair is driving me nuts. I've got it locked where it doesn't lean all the way back, but it still goes that much. And I wish I could get it to where it wouldn't do that. Maybe if I put a pillow behind me, I'd sit further up. Anyway, um, I saw something earlier. Well, I remembered something a little bit ago. That was just kind of interesting for those who do Walmart Spark. Um, Let me share this window. It's right here. There it is. Shoe Carnival. Apparently, I missed the memo that Spark is doing Shoe Carnival now. But look at the payout on that, $8.15 for 4.7 miles. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting that they are doing Shoe Carnival now. I don't know if everybody's got Shoe Carnivals. I think they're a national store. I don't know. Yeah. Stop sharing. Okay. I'm surprised our comments from earlier are still here. Yeah, that's what I say. I don't know really who's here. Well, obviously you are, and I know Tim was over on Steve's live stream. I was over there for a minute, and I don't know if Ray is here or not. If he is, howdy. I think he said something about having to do some proxy picks, some nighttime at car lots. I jumped over on his live stream. I've been working on reviews today, but I had to get out. And that I get out and go eat or something just to get out of the house for a little bit. And I did turn Spark on for a few minutes, and it was a joke. I wasn't really going to work anyway. I just kind of wanted to see what was out there because I mean, it's like this. If I'm sitting here doing a review and a shopping order comes up that say $26 for 20 items or less and 4 or 5 miles, whatever, I'm probably going to hit pause on the reviews and go do that Spark order. But I'm not going to go sit up in the parking lot and wait for an order. And I mean, if I didn't have other stuff to do, it's worth it. Okay. But I have other things to do, and we're going out to a flea market this weekend, and I've been trying to wrap up some of the stuff that I've already got to do reviews on, so we can put that up for sale. But I'm not. I don't think I'm going to make it because I've got some prior engagements tomorrow that I am going to make. Um, so yeah. And then we got to start packing it up tomorrow evening to head out about apparently 6 a.m. Ooh, Grandpa never sees 6 a.m. unless he's been up all night. Although I did get up about 6:30 last weekend, I think it was. But normally I don't. But so many reviews, so little time. Exactly. I I don't know. And I've been doing a little research on something, and for I don't know how I don't know how it would really work for like gig YouTube channels, but I've been stirring around an idea that maybe it would be better because I've been uploading daily. I mean, every morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, a new video comes out. I just schedule them out. Like right now, well, I've got them scheduled out to Tuesday, but what I've been thinking about is putting them scheduling them every other day. Because if you've got a few people that watch your videos every time you put one out, you're smothering them every day. And if they're gone for a couple of days and they come on and all of a sudden there's 3 videos out and they've they want to watch them to help show support for the channel, and I get that. But it's almost like you're feeding it too much. Now, I'm not real sure what the algorithm is going to do, and that's kind of, unfortunately, kind of what we got to go by. Which the viewers is what determines the algorithm, um, but being a review channel, I don't know that it would make that much difference. And I have did some research on YouTube from some big name YouTubers that assist with developing your YouTube skills and teaching you different things and strategies and plans and whatnot. And it's kind of a mixed feelings on that. So I don't really know. I think yeah, one a day builds a channel. Yeah, I agree with that. On the flip side of that, like I said, if you put too many out and you have people that miss a couple of days and then they come on, then they've got their plate full of your videos. However, there's some people that and I have been, unless I was out of town or it was a holiday or something, you can pretty much look at my all 540 videos or whatever it is I have on there now, and they're almost daily. I might hit a weekend that I miss 2 days or something, but all pretty much they're daily. And right now, I think they're right now they're going to be on the even number. So the 6th, the 8th, and the 10th is already scheduled, and I'm up. All I got to do is upload a big water jug, a gallon water jug that I just finished up. I've got to upload that to YouTube. It's going up on Amazon now, Amazon USA, and Amazon Canada, because that same jug is available in Canada too. So I can tag it there. I didn't check the UK. I'm not sure if it's there or not. But your videos aren't that long. Now, what you're comfortable with. Most important thing is consistency. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You know, I guess I started YouTube 7, 8 years ago, maybe 9, but it was on Dirty Shoes Adventures. But I started watching all, Tim Smoyer, Nick Nimmin and D Nimmin, his brother. Um, I don't know, man. There's about 6 of them that I watched consistently, and I pretty much I know what you're supposed to do. Doing it is a different thing, and I know my approach on the review channel is wrong. I know that because you should niche down to, like, if you're going to do reviews, it should just be on, say, camera gear or kitchen gadgets or home and garden or something's pretty niche down. But I have two. I mean, here is an example. Here is a little power bank right here. And then I've got the water jug sitting over there drying out so I can box it up. Then I've got a, what is this? Oh, this one's a dash cam. And then I've got a 4 megapixel regular point and shoot camera sitting over there. I got a review. I'm all, and the batteries are regular, just batteries are coming in to do reviews on. So I'm too random to niche down, but I know to grow the channel, that's what you should do. And really, if I had to do it over again, I would have just tried to stick with specifically just automotive stuff or just home and office stuff and just went with that and built the channel up. And then once I got monetized and the channel had a lot of traffic, then I could have jumped all over the place like I do now. I'm kind of going at it backwards, and I realize that. But I'm at 700 and I think 702 now, so 298 more just to get monetized. I've got plenty of watch time hours. That's not an issue at all. It's just 90. I think it's 96 or 97% of my views are from non-subscribers. So, that says a lot right there. And anyway, I think it should be one channel, Dash and Grandpa, with the reviews. Oh, okay. Where somebody click. Wait, I missed some. Much important consistently. I don't know how to get back into Amazon thing to finish signing up. For I didn't even remember what it's called. Where somebody clicks on your link, you get a small. That is the an associate, Amazon associate. That you just get the links, and I mean it pays. One thing that I can't figure out right now is you have on-site commissions, which is your videos. Apparently, it's what I always understood. And then you have your associate, which is your links, which can be here on YouTube or on your Facebook or Twitter or what's that other one called? Instagram. Wherever you put those links at, you have to be careful with Instagram and Facebook, though. There's some special rules on them. But Canada, on their Amazon page, it's amazons.ca.com or something. Well, I'm acting like I don't know. All I got to do is look right here. Yeah, amazon.ca. But I'm earning commissions for on site there. Granted, it's only $15 is what it's up to now. But there's no videos on the products because they don't have videos on the products in the carousel at the bottom of the product page like the US does. Not yet. They say it's coming. One lady that does classes and all that, webinars and all that on doing Amazon, she said that they do sometimes, and then they take them off, and then they have them back on there. So I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I'm making a little bit there. It's only $15, but it's a start. If I could start making what I make there, or what I make in the US over in Canada too, it would add up. So you think I should have? I thought about putting the reviews on Dash and Grandpa because technically, Dash and Grandpa is a gig related YouTube channel, and doing Amazon is it's a gig. I mean, it's not a W-2 job or anything like that. It's gig work basically, just in a different form than what we see when you watch, Steve and everybody else. It's kind of a different area of the gig economy, but it's still gig economy. But There was I don't know, there was more of a difference, but the doing reviews versus doing deliveries and stuff like that. And that's why I just made the technically a fourth channel. Um, but anyway, as far as I think pretty much anybody can be an associate. You just got to sign up to be an associate on Amazon. But then then you have to, and now it's harder to do from everything that I've read. I'm on an Amazon Reddit group, um, and apparently it's pretty hard now because I, I don't remember if I used my YouTube channel. I think I used my YouTube channel to sign up for Amazon uh, video influencer, but you have to have 3 videos and they have to get approved. Well, Amazon associate, what a lot of these people won't tell you is you have to have 3 sales within 90 days. And I've tried it. You can't use a family member's account to order something. Don't ask me how they know, but they know because when I first did that, I used my mom's account at her house. So it'd be a different IP number, everything, but it didn't qualify because it wasn't a qualifying purchase. So I don't know. But you do have to have 3 sales within 90 days or you have to reapply. But as far as oh, yes, but as far as the video influencer, you have to have 3 videos that have to be approved. And if you do those videos, I highly recommend doing 30 seconds to a minute. um, Less likely that you might say something wrong. And they have gotten extremely picky from everything that I've read because there's a lot of people that try to get on there and can't do it. But now you have to have a bigger following either on Instagram, and Facebook has to be set up as business uh, medias, social medias. But you could, if you're on what's that, TikTok, you can use TikTok and was that X, the old Twitter? I think that's, yeah, X. You can use those as long as you have a big enough audience. Those will qualify, but they have to be set to public. You can't have them set to private because they won't accept private because they've got to be able to go in there and review your channel, see how much interaction you have before you get approved. So even if your videos get approved, your site has to be approved too. But when I got on there, used to you could show a barcode, QR code, a street sign, and nothing was said. And I didn't at that time. I don't even think. Well, that's your grandpa. I don't think it was even monetized yet, so it was less than 1,000 subscribers, and I didn't have a whole lot of interactions. But now you got to have quite a bit. But TikTok, if you throw some videos up there and they don't necessarily have to be about products, they just want to see that you have people watching your channel or your videos. Uh, I know a lot of people on Reddit suggest using TikTok. I haven't had much luck at TikTok. I've signed up to do affiliate stuff on there. But I've got 4 or 5 products on there. I think I made 42 cents or something. I just And I had one of my sellers tell me they have went through my YouTube and they said, you have so many videos. If you would just edit those and reformat them to was it the 9 by 16, the vertical, they said you would make good money, big money. I just don't have time to do it. So I don't know. I was, I was, I had a thought on my mind with my oldest grandson. But I don't know how much he's into all that. So, and you're going to have to know how to edit, and you're going to have to know how to format it, which you can use CapCut to reformat your vertical and convert it to horizontal. but there's a lot of editing in there because you're going to have to cut and split and move it over and move it back. And if you've ever used CapCut, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you know, you need to keep it. Um, I think Emily said it's 10 minutes. I think you can go up to 10 minutes on TikTok. But most people are not going to. I wouldn't watch a TikTok video for 10 minutes unless it was something I was really interested in. But I would say a couple minutes. But, and y'all know a lot of my reviews are 3 minutes to 10 minutes, and I've had a couple that were longer. But yeah, that's exactly what you do. I tried. Oh, yeah. I tried using other accounts to make those purchases, but I don't remember. I think somebody. It was. I made it. Probably by the hair of my chin, but I made it, and so. But I kind of lucked into all of that mess anyway with um, Amazon Vine. And I'm still on Amazon Vine. I'm surprised they hadn't kicked me out yet because I haven't ordered anything off of that in quite a while. 3 sales from one person. No, I believe as well, you know, that's a good question. It has to be 3 qualifying purchases, but I don't know if one person couldn't buy 3 different things. And if you've got a lot of friends, you shouldn't have a problem with that. But for some reason, they knew my mom's account. And I think I even tried it using my sister's account. I think I got my sister to buy something, and I don't think it worked on that either. And then my aunt was going to buy stuff through my links, but she uses the Amazon shopping app. And that time, you had to do it you had to do the link differently because you couldn't just click on it and it take you there. I don't know. It's changed up a lot because that's been since all that started. I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know. I haven't been a video influencer that long. Maybe 2 years. But anyway, I started with Amazon buying. That's how that got started. But it's I mean, uh, the bookshelf back there, the sign there, the desk that this computer is sitting on, all this stuff is from doing reviews. So I highly recommend it if you're into doing videos. How you doing, Presley? But if you're into that, it can be really good if you get some high dollar products. And there are some people because I've watched I've got 3 different people that have review channels that I watch. They buy products, but then they use. I mean, it's a business. It's a tax deduction. Of course, if you buy a $1,500 electric scooter, you don't get $1,500 tax credit. But you might get a couple of hundred, maybe. But they're big channels, so they get commissions on the sales that are through their links and whatnot. So it's good. I am doing just peachy. How you doing, pork chop? I am just peachy, getting ready. And that's another thing. If you are into wanting to do like the Amazon thing, these products that you get, if you do it through Amazon Vine, I'll just tell you, technically speaking, you're not supposed to give away or sell that product with it for 6 months. I've said this before, and like I said, I don't know how they would ever know, but that's their rules. But all this other stuff that you're getting from these China folks, and I've gotten a couple of things from Germany and a few things from right here in the U.S. So it's not all China stuff, um, but you can do with it what you want, and That's exactly what I'm going to do with it this weekend, to sell as much as I can. I even got a pooping stool. It's one of them potty chairs which you can scoot off the bed and sit down on, and a walker. That's what I say. Very random, so I can't really niche down. I would like to be able to niche down to doing like Canon cameras and GoPros and stuff like that, but there's so much to know about cameras that I don't know it, and I don't know that I really want to take the time to learn it all to be somebody that you would turn to ask stuff. I mean, I know about your aperture, your shutter speed. I know different things, but I don't know enough to tell somebody. That's why I didn't really. The majority of my stuff, it's box openings, and I'll use it a little bit and give the very basics. But there's a couple of things that I want to go back on and revisit that product after I've used it for a while. I did that on a big tablet that I've got, and that got a lot of reviews or a lot of views for the tablet, the second video on it. And I'm going to do that on my electric scooter because I've learned a lot about scooters since then. I still don't know a whole lot, but I've learned a lot. My phone's over here beeping. Pork chop, you know who that is. Our China dolls. But anyway, let me turn this down. One person shot in Abilene. Ooh. Anyway, what is Go-To Bank? Was that Uber? Was Uber Go-To Bank? And for those that do Uber, is Go-To Bank Uber? I don't remember. I haven't done Uber in over a year since I got booted out. I'm getting to do what you said last week and look around the house to try to find things that are sold on Amazon and do reviews and put an affiliate link. Yeah. Oh, the corduroy. Actually, I think those pants are still in the back of my car. I was going to give them to a homeless person downtown, but I kept forgetting about it. Yeah, there is people that actually are going to the, what do you call them, Airbnbs or Airbnbs, and renting those for daytime use only, and they're paying like $45, and they're going through those houses and reviewing the products that are in those houses after they've went through everything in their house, because that's what a lot of people do. There's so much to do out there that I don't. I've seen people writing on Reddit that they order stuff specifically just to review it, and I don't know how financially wise that is. I mean, if it's something you was going to buy anyway, that's fine, but there's no way I would order a shoe spoon just to review the shoe spoon. It just doesn't make sense. But there's so much on Amazon now, and odds are you could probably make 100 videos in your house. And I don't know where any of you live, but somebody's door's getting knocked on. It's not mine. Shouldn't be nobody knocking on my door. Not this, because I don't think UPS delivers this late. But anyway, might have been downstairs. Don't know. But anyway, I'm going to try to start doing the live streams on the Random Reviews channel. I was going to start this last Wednesday, yesterday, but actually I kind of forgot about it, and I had things that I wanted to do. and people I wanted to be around. So, not that I wouldn't want to be around anybody else, but you know what I'm saying. I had stuff that I needed to do, and we just wasn't, and I'm not shutting down my life to do other things. It's a reality of life. You do what you can do, but don't don't let any of this dictate your life. Enjoy your life. You never know when it's going to be your last day, so better made it a good one. Made her a good one. But yeah, there's so many things around people's houses that you can review, and then you know, kids or grandkids or parents' house or whatever. They're going to have a few different things. It's and it is a bit of a hassle though to try to find what you got to, you know, if you got a pair of sunglasses to find the brand on them and then try to find them on Amazon, which I hadn't even thought about that. These came from Academy. But anyway, and I read that, but I keep my mouth shut because there's some people that are not, um, and I'm going to say fortunate enough to have sellers contacting you to send you stuff. And it gets to the point where you have to sell to the sellers. I'm not interested. Yeah, it may be free and it may be a $200-300 product, but I'm just not interested. That was the coolest thing, the most expensive thing. The most shaking my spoon at you. The most expensive thing I have seen. I just saw yesterday, and how you doing, Steve? I had to bail out on you a while ago. I didn't realize what time it was. But it was an ice cream machine like the ones that they have at McDonald's with the three spigots. It was 2,400 or $2,900. And I so wanted to tell them I would do that because I thought, man, if I could sell that for $1,500, I could buy me one of them nice electric scooters. But I know nothing about them, and I don't know how much it would cost to put the stuff in it to use the ice cream maker, and you would have to use it. But then, can you imagine having to clean that up because you're going to be putting the sugar and the cream and all that, and whatever it is you got to put in it? You'd have to clean all that up, unless you knew somebody that had somewhere to put that, and you could say, "Hey, I'll sell this to you for $2,000 if you'll let me do the review in your place of business," and you buy it. That would be a good deal there. But it was really cool though. Retro Lisa, and then I should review women. Oh, you're gonna get in trouble on that one. It makes sense that you would review something you're familiar with. You know, I think most of y'all have watched me enough and know me well enough. I am a fly by the seat of my pants type person. I am very spontaneous. I mean, for instance, if Steve said, "Hey, next month we're going up to ride snowmobiles," or might be a couple of months from now, I said, "I'll be there." Lord willing, I would be there. But I'm very spontaneous, and that kind of rolls into my reviews. When I do a box opening, 99.8% of the time, whoever's watching that review is seeing that for the first time, the same as I am, and I just wing it, and I'll look at something and I'll say, "Yeah, you got a lens right here, and you got your power button right here," and it's just because I just now saw it. I try to think quick enough, and when I get older, that's going to get harder to do, I'm sure. But most all this stuff, I don't know anything about it. I had no clue about dash cams a year ago. Now I know more than what I want to know. Mm, you know, some of it's just useless information, but I don't know. And then we did a plasma cutter. I was a welder for a few years, you know. I mean, that was my job, building big oil field equipment. Went up to Alaska back in the 80s when they was building all that big Alaskan pipeline and all that. This was heavy duty stuff. Um, we never used plasma cutters. Never heard of it. Had no idea. Anyway, Emily's dad got that father. I would say it was her dad, stepdad, really. But anyway, he was a welder too, and we got it figured out and used it. So it's what better way to learn something than just hands on. I did watch it. I did watch a video on it. It's a good thing about YouTube now, but sometimes I'll watch other reviews on stuff before I start in on it, so at least I have some idea. But most of the stuff, I have no idea. I just go with it. You know, I did a suitcase here about a month ago. I had no idea it would hold that much. When I and pulled it up, wow, every bit of my clothes would go in it. Man, I'm not exaggerating. Now, I'm other stuff would, but it would hold every bit of my clothes. Um, Now, some of you women, I know how women are on clothes. I wouldn't say that it would hold everybody else's clothes. And some of the women out there with shoes for more feet than they've ever seen. Anyway, if she's watching this, she'll get a kick out of that, and I'll probably get a nudge for it. But anyway, I missed something here. If you're just finding things around the house to video yourself, there's less stress on how good the video has to be since you're doing it for yourself and not someone else. Absolutely. Just like, I got them in today. They're uh, Allen wrenches. What do you call it? The hex screws. But I put so much stuff together, and some of my tools are like hand me downs, and what's left that that was dad's that I wound up with, and what I didn't lose, and now that my son didn't lose, and a bunch of mixed up tools. Not a lot of tools, but a bunch of mixed up stuff. So I had to order me a set of those. But when I get ready to review those, if it's a good review, it's a good review. I don't got nobody to please. I ordered a what would you call it? What was that pillow? A wedge pillow for my sister. Um, I just got it for a gift. There's no stress on doing it. So you're absolutely right. It's so much easier when you ain't got nobody to please. And some of these sellers want you to bend over backwards and do 3 cartwheels for nothing. And then sometimes you'll get 20, 25 bucks. And that's another reason why a bunch of it I've just started saying no. The China dolls wants us to do TikTok stuff, and I'm not going to do it. I mean, unless it's something that I want, because I know exactly my theory is on it, and I may be wrong. I have a feeling it's people just like you and I that decide we want to sell stuff on TikTok. So we contract a company like these China dolls, like the marketers, and then you say, "Hey, I'll give you $50 if you get me 4 or 5 reviews on this little flashlight." And then those marketers get people like me and Pork Chop. Pork Chop does these reviews too, to do the videos, and they want us to do them for free. And then they're going to earn commissions off. It's just people. It's not that they're the seller. They're just buying this from Alibaba or whatever and putting it on TikTok. So they're earning the big commissions and stuff, and we're not getting squat. If you're doing it for a seller, that's one thing. But I have a feeling the TikTok stuff is just people, just regular people like us. That's my theory. And that's why I'm not going to do it, unless it's something I want. If it's something I want, that's a different story. How you doing, Mr. Womble? Ray? I guess you snuck in. Nieces? I can't tell you how TikTok promotions work. It's crazy. I don't really know much about TikTok, but I think that's what they do. And like I said earlier, I'm signed up to just be an affiliate like on Amazon, only on TikTok. I just don't have the time to reformat my videos. And I've got a phone holder that I can put on my tripod, and I put my camera lens here, and then I put my phone down here, and I try to do it at the same time, but you got to cut the phone video down to next to nothing. I'm having to edit my camera video and the phone video, and the audio is not a big deal because the audio is going to be the same. And as a matter of fact, I still have it on. Um, I catch myself going into stores wearing a microphone. I forget about it. Um, but yeah, it's a pain, and sadly, there's money to be made. People are making hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars a month on just TikTok, making TikTok 30-second to 45-second TikTok videos, and they're banking. I just don't have time to do it. And that might not be a good financial move. It might be better that I backed off Amazon a little bit and focused on TikTok. But who knows what TikTok's going to do? They've talked about banning it twice. It hasn't gone through yet, and I don't think it ever will. But if it did, and you invested all that into that, then poof, it's gone. Which is another thing if you're considering doing Amazon. Ain't really any kind of these gig apps, whether it's doing Amazon reviews, DoorDash, Uber, whatever, TikTok videos, you can count on it. Well, nowadays you can count on about as much as a regular W-2 job because you don't know from one day to the next whether the shop or the store is going to be open where you work. There's been 2 or 3 places here in Wichita Falls. People showed up to work, the doors are locked. They're out of business. They didn't bother telling nobody. Um, but that's why you should have multiple revenue streams if possible. And that I know that's cliche because people in the YouTube world have been saying that develop multiple streams of revenue, but it's 100% right. You really should. Um, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3. Well, now I got 4 because I got Canada set up. Of course, that's Amazon too. But just don't put all your eggs in one basket because that basket breaks. You don't want to be living out on the street. So always have something to fall back on in multiple ways. Not Tim Smoyer. Think Media. Tim Smoyer was part of Think Media, but anyway, yeah, his mind is escaping me. But anyway, when he first started, he started making videos for the church that he attended, but then he got into video development and doing all that stuff. But he had 4 or 5 clients, and he was making big money. And one of them dropped him, another one dropped him, another one dropped him, and they were almost living on the streets. I mean, he's probably a millionaire now because they got Think Media, and if you're into the watching YouTube stuff and learning how to do YouTube, you've heard of Think Media. But you got to have other things coming in or available. I've still got DoorDash. I still have Grubhub. Mainly do Spark. But if something happened, I can go to those apps. And if I want, I can get out there and work 10, 12 hours a day and keep making money. But just leave your options open. You just miss Wendy. He says, We were out doing proxy picks. I kind of thought that's where you might be because the chat was still on here from earlier. So when I actually did go live, when I supposed to have went live to begin with, actually it was 9:04, I believe. I saw you up there, but I thought I remembered you saying that you had to do some nighttime proxy picks, so wasn't sure if you were here or not. I said hi to you just in case you were here. Can you set up two cameras when doing a review? Have one? Yeah. Well, yeah, you might have wrote that a while ago when I was talking about it. Yeah, I've got a phone holder, but you have to edit both of them, and I get long-winded, and that's a lot of editing. So I found that it's really if I'm going to do that, and I did do a couple of TikTok videos like that, it's easier to take out, do your regular Amazon video and go back and take out the main things of that video, make one video out of it, go over to CapCut, drop it in CapCut, and that way you can format it right, and then you can cut a little bit here and a little bit there. It's kind of a pain, and that's why I haven't done it. And there may be a lot easier ways to do it. So if you could just do two cameras, that would be great. And if I wouldn't rattle and talk more than I need to be talking, it would probably be a lot easier if I just said what I needed to say. But that's not me, and I'm not gonna change my ways just to make a video shorter. I mean, I've tried, and I cut out a lot more than what I used to. But you got to have some personality in there. I don't want to get on there and sound like a robot. If I was going to do that, I could make videos. I could do a review on this, and all I got to do is click the buttons on the AI stuff, and it would make a review. Of course, on YouTube now you got to check whether it was AI generated or not. I don't know how much that makes a difference, but that is in the YouTube studio now when you're uploading. That's what I got in my place because it's a cheap. Something happens, I can afford $350. Oh wow, there ain't nothing right. You can't get nothing here for $350 a month. Not anymore. I mean, absolutely, literally nothing. You can't even get I don't know, a motel room. And because I've been looking, and my apartment here, this little one-bedroom apartment, is now $700 a month. I did not re-sign the 1-year lease, so it's $725. But if I because I might be getting a house, I may not. The guy I used to buy cars from, and he said that would be mine, but I'm not in it yet, so I don't know. And it'll be $800 a month. So it's be $75 more than what it is here, but it'll be a house and technically 3 bedrooms, but the garage is built in, which I'm going to make my studio / office if I get the house. I got ideas and plans if it comes through, but I don't want to get built up too much, just get let down. I've done too much of that in my life. I've kind of tried to learn not to get overly excited about anything until it happens. 35 months. Oh, I need a place like that. Yeah. The cheapest place that I have seen, I think, was like $650, and it was like a 1-bedroom duplex that had mold on the walls. The baseboards were rotted. Most everything around here is about $1,400. Well, $900 to $1,400 a month. And Wichita Falls is lower. It had a lower cost of living than what the Dallas Metroplex did, but the prices here now are just as high as what they are there. And there's a lot more jobs. There ain't really nothing in Wichita Falls, but it is home. What you say that 55 plus. I went to go look at there's a nice little quadplexes You got two houses on this side and two houses on this side. Nice. I mean, they're pretty nice. Not real big, but they're pretty nice. And it was for 50, I guess 55 and older. And it was still, it would cost me, I think it was $900 a month. And I'm like, I thought that was based on your income, but something about you get a credit and you assign that credit to them. And I don't know how all that works. All I know is bottom line was about $900 a month. Forget it. And you had to get on a waiting list. I don't know if they're all like that. That one particular one was. And what I thought was neat about it is because it was right across the field and a road from the cemetery where I have plots at. And I said, well, if I die in my house, they can just roll me right over there to my burial plot. And they don't have to take me nowhere. Save that money. I know that's a morbid way to think, but it's real. Just get an old horse in a wagon and throw me up in the back of the wagon and go across that field over there and dig me a hole and into that. Into the line for Phantom 309. I can't believe I could never afford an apartment. This one, it's crazy. I don't know, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, this apartment was probably about 450, 500, you know, and it's just gradually went up. Everything's gone up here except for the pay. And I think Texas minimum wage is like $7.35 an hour. I believe is right. There's just not that many high paying jobs. I've heard a couple of people want to quit their jobs and they're making $19 or $20 an hour. That would be foolish because there's not very many jobs in Wichita Falls that will pay that. Last night I did a car dealership and only got the illuminated signs. I didn't submit it, but they paid me for it. I couldn't get it. Oh, I heard you talking about that earlier on your live. I bought my place in 2019, just before. Yeah. Well, really where I messed up was about 19, let's see, my son was born in 89, so about 1990 or 91, me and my wife was looking for a house, and my real estate agent said, y'all have good credit, y'all should buy these like 3 or 4 of these smaller houses, buy the one you want, buy 3 or 4 more of the smaller ones and rent those. A few years later, they went way up, almost doubled. And now they're probably quadrupled of what they was then. Of course, you'd have had the upkeep and all that, but man, everything was so much cheaper. And just a few years after she told us that, and we didn't do it, the housing market went way up here, but not not compared to the last wonderful 3.5 years we have had. Anyway, where's playing? Oh, it's a talk to text. I have never figured out how to do that. Emily uses that, and I know a couple other people that use that. Every time I try to do it, it don't work. My talk stick doesn't work very good. It puts in words I never said, and they are usually not nice words. I can't even get mine to come up. So I don't know. I'm not on my phone a whole lot though. If I can, I mean, I text some, but really, I've only got, see, mom, occasionally my daughter, very rarely my son. Um, Emily don't really text; she talks. So 3 people, maybe 4 that I text. And I very my son, I hardly ever hear from him. My daughter, usually what she sends me is, do me a favor, click on what's that? There was a she sent me one the other night. I forgot to do it until I was just thinking about it. Uh, oh, that site where you get the Timu. Could you do me a huge favor? Please accept my invite so that I can get free gifts. HTTPS://Timu. Anyway, I guess Timu's all right. I don't know. I don't ever really like the tools that I ordered, um, which they were $12. But most of the time, it's crazy. I when I go to Walmart, because if I'm waiting on a spark order or waiting to get one, sometimes I'll go into the bathroom and then I'll walk around the store because you will be closer to the exact spot where you need to be to get the orders because it goes by proximity. So you're really better off if you're walking around in the store because generally you'll get a good shopping order, or a shopping order. May not be good, but you'll get one. Anyway, I walk down the clearance aisles and I'm looking at the clearance aisle and I'm like, that's neat, but odds are I can get it for free to review. So there is very few things. I did have to buy the recliner, and I bought this computer monitor and I bought the computer, but a lot of things I don't buy them. Somebody asked me what I want for my birthday or for Christmas. I'm like, I don't know, nothing really. 'Cause the Lord's blessed me. I don't have money, but I feel blessed. You know, I think we're all blessed because we're watching this from either a phone or a computer or a TV or something. So you're ahead of a lot of other people. So you are blessed. I have Snapchat. My kids, oh, I've never tried that Snapchat. Not allowed to call. You know, my mom, my mom is fast texter, but she'll text one sentence at a time. But she's fast. Um, but I don't hardly ever talk to her on the phone. Yeah, I think I scare her sometimes when I call her, and I think she's worried something's wrong. But just sometimes she don't hear her phone or it doesn't go off. She says, I don't know. It's an iPhone, so there ain't no telling. Nothing against you folks that use iPhones. It's just I don't know nothing about them. But I've never used that Snapchat. I know my grandson uses it, and he got himself in a little bit of trouble with that. He's 16 now. He was 15, so I'll let you figure that one out. Um, I'll talk and text. I'll talk and text when the TV is on, and half of those words get my message. I love the yelling match on Reed Road Raid. Oh, okay. Yes, loved it, Ray. That woman came racing towards the back of me. Oh, I missed something. I got to remember to do something. I'm not going to say what it is, but because my mind just went into a box right there. I'm looking at it. I'm bad. I could have drove it up there quicker. Anyway, so you're an iPhone user. I just don't know nothing about iPhones, and I've tried to mess with my mom's a little bit to help her with it, and not much luck. Anyway, y'all, I have officially been on here 1 hour because I was 4 minutes late, and now it's 4 minutes after. And I I need, because I'm not going to get a chance to do any more reviews. So, and technically, I need to make sure the reviews are approved before I sell the products. Now, like the plasma cutter, I sold that, but I can access that if need be. But I got the jug is done. It's uploaded to Amazon now. Oh, well, I'll do that in a minute, because you got it now on Amazon. When you upload, you have to go over there and you drag it over, and you put the title in, you put your thumbnail in, you tag it to the video, the product page, and you got to wait till it completely uploads. And my internet is slow on the upload, so then you got to hit submit after it uploads. Because if you close that window out, you start all over. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Unless I can get that camera done. Obviously, I'm not going to get this dash cam done because it's got to be, uh, got to get video samples, and got this in as power. But I'm keeping that. I ain't worried about getting that done. I'm going to try to get the 4K camera done, so I can take that to movie. Don't know how good it'll be. It may not be worth a flip because I've got a 4K camcorder that ain't worth a flip. That's okay on 1080, but it does not do good on. How you doing, Just Ray Delivery? We have two Rays in here. I'm the same way. It's bad when you review stuff and you can't. What is the word? You can't knock a product like saying it's a piece of crap or whatever, but you sure can't say, "Oh, it's wonderful." And if y'all watched very many of my reviews, if you may have noticed one or two of them, because most all of them I go, I like it, and I do. But there's been a few that I don't say anything. I'm not gonna knock it, but I had a seller. Matter of fact, it was that camera that they sent in, or they sent me. They wanted me to give them a 5-star review, and I said I don't do 5-star reviews, and I don't unless I really feel that it's a 5-star review. And in all honesty, there's not a whole lot of products out there that don't have something that you don't like about it. So if I give a 5-star review, it's going to be really good. Most of the time, I'll give 4-star reviews, um, because, like I said, there's usually something about it that could be better. And if there's room for improvement, then it don't deserve 5 stars, in my opinion. But I just told them I don't do 5-star reviews, and I will give it an honest but respectful review. And they was okay with that. But I guess they thought they was going to get away with a 5-star review, and I just, if that's something else. If you're going to do reviews, try to keep it as honest as you can, because you are building a reputation. It may be online, and you may never see those people, but I have actually seen people that have seen me online, and they bought stuff from me here in Wichita Falls, and a couple from out of town, but they've seen my reviews. So you don't ever know. You may run into those people, and if you sell them something that you bragged about and it turns out to be a piece of crap, then they're going to be looking bad on you. And they don't necessarily have to come face to face. I don't need any more people than I've already got that think bad about me. And not many of them. I don't think many of them do, but I know one or two might, which was deserved. Um, but try to be as honest as you can, not just on reviews, but in life in general. But a bloody cheek that they'd say they wants a 5-star review. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do 5-star reviews. Like I said, almost everything is going to have something about it that can be improved. You know, the plasma cutter, for instance, and I didn't go into detail about the issue with it, but I did say it worked really great, other than the hose issue. I did not elaborate on it, but inside of that unit, there's a little about the size of an aquarium hose, if you know, for the air line. You know, what is it, the quarter inch, about like that size, but it would pop off the fitting. It would just pop off. Wound up getting a oh, not a paper, potato chip bag clip, putting it on there, and it held it. It didn't need much pressure to hold it on there, but just a little bit more. And I emailed the marketer, I guess is what you call them, so they could tell the seller, because and that apparently they already knew it had that issue because they had a video made of how to fix it. It was a little short 20-second video, but I would have been mad if I'd have spent $269 on a product and then it not work right, and then you want me to take it apart and fix it. That ain't gonna happen. I'd have sent it back. But since it was a review product, and um, the man was mechanically inclined, and it all worked out because he got to tinker with it, and his wife's brother, which is a lot older, got to, and he was ex-teacher, a shop teacher, so he's mechanically inclined, but it gave them something to do that they enjoy doing, and it worked out, and it works good. It's got a learning curve on it. I don't know if y'all have ever used a plasma cutter, but I've used regular torches a lot, and it ain't the same. I respect that because I always get check videos for reviews before buying something. They can get a gig driver fired, all 4-star reviews. For some reason, my ratings went down on Spark. 4.1. I've never had it that low. It's gone back up to 4.2 now. I don't know what happened. I don't remember doing anything wrong. My only thoughts are on that is when people order from Walmart and have us Spark drivers delivering it, they don't differentiate between a Spark driver and Walmart. If you are delivering Walmart products, you're Walmart in most customers' eyes, and because they don't know. And so if they don't get their molasses pickles because Walmart was out, they're going to be mad at you. So they're going to just mark it, bad review, or 2 stars or 3, whatever. And nobody ever wants to give you any kind of review unless it's a bad review. Is what I'll get, because I guarantee you, I would have a 5 if everybody would just rate the drivers. But nobody rates the drivers unless there's a problem, and then it's a bad rating. And it's 90% of the time don't have anything to do with the driver. It was Walmart. But that's the way it goes. And maybe in a year or two, I'm not going to really care. I'd care as far as taking care of the customer. I've tried to be mean, or not really mean, but not go out of my way for somebody. And then I guess the little angel on the shoulder starts tapping me, saying, "Is that the right thing to do?" Only one time I have done something that I shouldn't have done on a Spark delivery, and there was a stairwell about like that, and the steps was about this wide, and it was moving when you was going up it. They had 3 cases of water. I left them at the bottom of the stairs, sent them a text and said, I can't make it up those stairs. And I sent the driver support a message and said that it was unsafe. And the stairs were dangerous, and they were. But most other times, I will go out of my way to help the customer, and I know time is money. I get that. And I get you're not supposed to go in people's houses, but you see a little old lady on a walker or something, or a little old man on a walker, and they got a case of water, even a 36 pack or 24. Maybe if I was a female, I would think a little differently. I don't know. But I'm not going to not take it in for them. Most people will just want you to sit right outside the door anyway. But I do have some that want you to carry it and put it on the table or on the kitchen counter. And if they're able bodied, I would really hesitate on that. And there was a couple of them I said, we're not supposed to do that. Well, everybody else does. No, well, I'm not everybody else. I can't break policy. I'm sorry. And I sincerely apologized. And I didn't do it. But they were just being lazy. World's full of lazy people, and they're getting lazier. But we're not going to go there. I 5-star the drivers. I need to come up there and get some 5 stars then. But I don't know what it is right now. I clicked Sparkle. Oh, I must have thumbed it, slid it over. Let's see, my metrics. The little wheel just turns and turns. 4.2, yeah. Hey, my acceptance rating, accepted offers is up. It was 4% a few days ago. It's up to 18% now. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off here and quit talking about working and actually do some work because I'm not going to have time. This is the last move before we go to the flea market. And I would like to make some money. I need to pay some things off. I think the only 10% of customers here actually give ratings at all. I think the only time customers here rate you is if it's a bad rating. They don't give you good ratings. But anyhow, I'm out, folks. I hope y'all have a great evening. And with the weekend coming up, y'all be careful out there. Make some money. The cool thing is it's getting cooler. I'm not saying it's cold yet, but here in Texas, we're in the 90s now instead of 110 to 115. I think today was 93. I don't know if that was official, but that's about what it was. So it's getting better. By next month, it should be great. Anyhow, I'm out of here, and maybe I can make $1. Yeah, thank you, Ray. So y'all have a good night. Hey, y'all keep smiling, just like the sign says. Keep smiling. And seriously though, for real, if somebody walks by you and they look like they're in a bad mood or something, you don't have to speak to them. Just smile. Might make a world of difference. We need some more smiles in this world and some more kindness. Anyway, y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, doing whatever it is you want to do. Just keep doing something because you're going to get old and fat and lazy like me. Really, y'all keep busy. Enjoy life. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.